Perhaps the best business strategy book written of all time is The Art of War by Sun Tzu, the badass Chinese military strategist who lived at around 500 BC. One of my favorite insights from this book is what Master Sun refers to as the death ground strategy. In a nutshell, he holds that an army should be in a position where it can't retreat, because if an army has a river or a mountain range behind it, it will have no other choice but to move forward in an effort to prevail. And whenever I take a walk on this Revolutionary War battlefield, I think about the death ground strategy. Because on this battlefield, little over 90,000 days ago, the ragtag Continental Army turned the tide of the Revolutionary War by defeating the very intimidating and very well-dressed Redcoats. I mean, these British soldiers wore scarlet tunics with brass buttons, foot-long fur-lined caps, and in some cases, feather bonnets. But while the Redcoats were the epitome of the modern, well-equipped warrior, the Americans were desperate for victory. In other words, they were on death ground, and they fought like hell. And that, my friends, brings me to the topic of career reinvention, which, if you saw my last video on Albert Einstein, you know is something that I spent a lot of time thinking about. After that video dropped, some people asked me what else could they do to accelerate their own reinvention plans. The best answer I can give them is to visit a battlefield and maybe bring along a copy of The Art of War. Because if you are maybe sort of interested in transforming, or if you care too much about appearances, you may lack the will needed to win on a new battlefield full of motivated people already there. And reading Sun Tzu will remind you of that. Now, some would-be career inventors don't have that burning desire, and that's fine. Evolving over time or making a few tweaks to your career is great for some. But if full-blown, total reinvention is what you're after, consider creating your own version of a death ground strategy and leave the furry bonnet behind.